against Pittsburgh. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Leslie House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. James Terry is our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer, and you can see this game streaming on YouTube, so go to the KSST YouTube channel for that, and you'll be able to see it later on Channel 18. And Tony Flippin, our expert commentator. Tony, this is not an easy game for the Lady Cats. It's a competitive game at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh comes in here with a 13-12 record.
And if they shoot as good as they look, it's going to be all right. They have a decent-looking group. They look athletic, got some numbers, got a tall girl, so, you know, their record, maybe they can't hit the water from the boat, I don't know, but they look like a basketball team lining up.
Gina Mackey, their 6-foot senior, I remember from 2 years ago, had a huge night in this gym, and I think she scored at least 18 points, and she was raining threes that night. Now, last year she only scored 6 points here, but I would keep an eye out for Gina Mackey, and she is jumping against Rainey Johnson in the center circle, and the Lady Cats control the tap with Cammie Shack wrestling the ball away from one of the Pittsburgh girls. So Lady Cats moving right to left. They are in their road uniforms tonight. They're navy blue uniforms with gold numerals. Pittsburgh wearing white with black numerals. Here's a shot by Cammie Shack for 3. No good, but rebounded by Presley Hardy, and Hardy chases it down in the corner after losing control of it. Skip pass from Johnson to Shack. Shack for 3 again, left side of the arc. Leaves it a little bit short. Rebound KK Montgomery. And the ball stripped from Montgomery, but hit here by Rainey. Got Rainey Johnson.
Hardy. That's Hardy, number 4.
So Presley Hardy with the bucket for the Lady Cats.
Just kept on getting the rebounds and fighting for it. Both teams starting out with a 2-3 zone.
Here's a 3-pointer that is an air ball and taken by Rainey Johnson. Here come the Lady Cats on the break. Ahead to Presley Hardy, and now the ball taken away by Pittsburgh down along the baseline. Here comes Pittsburgh back up the floor across the midcourt line. 2-0, the Lady Cats with the lead in the early going. Pittsburgh moving from left to right. And a skip pass from the near side to the far side. Here's a bounce pass to the near side, and the ball knocked over the baseline by Rainey Johnson. And Pittsburgh will keep the ball on the baseline to the right of the basket. Lady Cats lead it 2-0. 6:35 to go in the first period.
Here comes London Pinnell in for KK.
Inbounds play down low along the baseline. Shot up, but no good. And on the floor, the rebound taken for Sulphur Springs by Riley Ivory. And Ivory facing full court pressure gets it to Cammie Shack, still in the backcourt. Shack running out of time, finally gets it across to Ivory. Lady Cats going right to left. High post to Rainey Johnson, now to Cammie Shack. Shack down the baseline.
There we go.
The runner off the glass is good for Cammie Shack. And it's a 4-0 lead for Sulphur Springs.
Good recognition by the ladies. Passing the ball, give and go.
Pittsburgh in the front court. They go up high to Gina Mackey. Now down low, backdoor cut.
Travel.
And the basket, but there's a traveling call. So won't count the basket.
That swarming defense got them down underneath the bucket, and she just took some steps, so good job.
Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs on the baseline, the backcourt. Man-to-man full-court pressure here for Pittsburgh. But Rainey Johnson gets it across the line now to Riley Ivory, and Ivory can't get the shot to go. Left side of the basket, and as we come back up the floor, we have a foul.
That's going to be on Presley.
That's on Presley Hardy.
First of the game, first team.
Lady Cats had a chance for another score there and couldn't convert. Here comes Pittsburgh across the midcourt line. Bounce pass near side to Ira Orsino. Now out top to Kenley Willis. Back to Orsino for 3. Right side off the heel, no good. And Lady Cats come down with the rebound. That is London Pinnell, but it's taken away by Mackey for Pittsburgh.
It appears Pittsburgh's going to press us in the back court, so we got to learn to get us a good outlet pass and bypass some of them.
Three-pointer in and out by Ariana Foster for Pittsburgh. Lady Cats come down with it, and here they come back up the floor. Riley Ivory to Rainey Johnson. Johnson lost it but gets it back. Overhand pass into the front court, knocked out of bounds by one of the Lady Pirates, and Lady Cats will inbound over on the far side near midcourt.
Coach Tannen's trying to get some help to come up midway. We're getting too much in the backcourt and too far on the front court, so we got to get some mids in there and throw shorter passes.
Inbounds play to Riley Ivory. Ivory on the dribble, pulls up, and the jumper from 16 feet off the glass, no good. Here comes Pittsburgh on the run, and the ball knocked free over the baseline, and will stay with Pittsburgh, I think, or do you think?
Well, I thought she kicked it, but evidently not. It's going to be Pittsburgh's ball under the bucket.
To the left of the basket, they get it into Mackey, and Mackey from 8 feet off the glass, no good. Cami Scheck the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats lead 4-0. Ahead to Riley Ivory into the front court, and Ivory down low for Presley Hardy, and shot is blocked and goes over the baseline. Lady Cats will keep it to the right of the basket.
They've got their version of Cami and Johnson with the Mackey girls, so we got to shoot it from someone else.
Rainey Johnson trying to go down low to Riley Ivory, knocked free, and Pittsburgh comes up with it. Into the front court they go. This is Kenley Willis taking it all the way to the basket, and she is fouled.
I think that's going to be, Cami. I'd giving it to Johnson.
Cami Scheck, the first foul.
First personal, second team. Number one going to the line for two.
Kenley Willis, a 5'6" sophomore for Pittsburgh. Still 4-0 Lady Cats. Been that way for quite some time now. She misses the first shot, hits the front of the rim, and she has one more shot coming. Lady Cats beat Pittsburgh 57-50 on January 17th at Pittsburgh. Willis eyes the basket, and the second shot 3 times on the rim and falls. So Pittsburgh on the board, and it is 4-1. Lady Cats again facing the Pittsburgh pressure in the backcourt, and they knock it free and pick it up. This is Mackey for 3, right side of the three-point arc, and straight to the bottom of the net.
We can't give up an open 3 like that.
Score tied now, 4-4.
Our ball handling is hurting us right now. We've got to get that corrected.
Rainey Johnson down low for Presley. Back outside it goes to Cami Scheck for 3, left side of the arc. And the Lady Cats up 7-4.
That's how you answer it there. We're going deep, and then Hardy threw it back out to Cami in a perfect open shot.
Nice pass by Presley Hardy there. Here's a three-pointer for Pittsburgh. Off the back iron, no good. Rainey Johnson high for the rebound for Sulphur Springs. We have a foul.
Number 4, Mackey.
Gina Mackey, the senior, 6-foot senior for Pittsburgh, draws the foul.
Her first, team first. Presley, Johnson, Rainey Johnson is really working those rebounds right now.
Lady Cats inbound in the backcourt on the baseline. Now they get it across the midcourt line. Rainey Johnson going to Presley. And a three-pointer for Cami Scheck, exactly the same spot as a moment ago.
Feed the beast.
Second three-pointer, and again, Presley Hardy, the nice feed. And here's a three-pointer
for
off
number
the
10,
glass
Gonzalez.
for Natalie Gonzalez for Pittsburgh. 9-7 to score. Lady Cats up by 2 points. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Pittsburgh to take away. Zion Allen comes up with the steal, and she lost it on the sideline over on the far side, and it'll go back to Sulphur Springs.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh coach thought it was a tie ball, but it wasn't. It was an out of bounds.
Riley Godbolt into the game for Presley Hardy for Sulphur Springs. And Pinnell gets it into Cami Scheck, still in the backcourt with the ball. The Lady Cats now. Rainey Johnson, left-hand dribble, comes across the midcourt line. Three-pointer is too hard off the iron by Riley Ivory. Rebound comes to Pittsburgh, and Lady Pirates on the run into the front court.
It's going to be on Riley, I'm pretty sure.
Foul called.
Yep, Riley Ivory, her first. Kevin doesn't agree with that, but Riley was giving ground, but she needed to get on back and set herself. Then she could take a charge.
That was a fast break attempt by Pittsburgh.
23 on the line, Zion Allen.
This is the first shot. And one more shot to come. 9-7, the Lady Cats up with 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Allen, the second shot is off the front of the rim, no good, and rebound by Rainey Johnson, as Tony said. A lot of rebounds.
That's at least 5 already.
Loose ball in the front court taken away by Pittsburgh. Lady Pirates on the run. Into the paint. Kenley Willis back outside. Here's a long three for Pittsburgh. A little bit short, but they get the rebound down on the baseline. Trying to go up with the shot, and
Cammie blocked it out. Still going to be Pittsburgh underneath their own back bucket. 2:09 left. 9-7 Lady Cats.
Inbounds play from the baseline, right side of the basket. They go way outside. Near side, it is Ira Orsino, and they swing it around to the far side in the corner. Back to the top. Ball rotation. And now out top between the circles, Kenley Willis. And around to the near side. Here's a shot blocked by Riley Ivory, I believe. Picked up.
That was Johnson again.
Long pass down ahead to Riley Ivory. And she is fouled as she was going to the basket.
Number 2, Brewer. Her first, team second. Ivory going to the line for 2.
So Johnson blocked the shot. I think Cammie Shack came up with it, then made the pass down the floor to Riley Ivory. She makes the first free throw.
Our towers are making a big difference right now.
London Pinnell out of the game, and I think we have, for the first time into the ball game, Shelby Losey, who has just come up from the JV. The second shot by Riley Ivory, no good. Lady Cats up by 3, 10-7.
I'm already off a point.
Bounce pass down on the baseline, cut off. The drive by Cammie Shack. Back outside they go to Willis. Now to Taya Brewer. And a loose ball on the left side of the lane, and we have a tie ball now.
That'll stay with Pittsburgh.
Arrow pointing in the direction of the Pirates. 10-7, Sulphur Springs up by 3. Their biggest lead has been 4, and that was a 4-0 lead to start the game. Inbounds play for Pittsburgh, left side of the basket. Into the corner on the far side. Skip pass. Here's the three-point attempt, and rattles off, no good. Cammie Shack the rebound for Sulphur Springs. The shot by Ira Orsino. Shack still feeling the pressure in the backcourt. And now to Rainey Johnson, and underneath the basket it goes to Shelby Losey, but over the baseline and goes back to Pittsburgh.
That was a good cross-court pass, just a little high.
1:04 to go in the first period. Lady Cats up 10-7. Lady Cats drop back on defense. They are in a 2-3 zone. Bounce pass near side. Goes to Orsino, and now a takeaway by Riley Ivory at midcourt. All the way, Ivory, the layup. Left side of the glass, good.
She does a really good job of finishing.
12-7, Lady Cats up by 5, their biggest lead. Three-pointer for Pittsburgh, far side air ball taken by Rainey Johnson.
Good outlet. Overhand
pass to Riley Ivory, past midcourt. She is fouled as she goes to the basket.
It's going to be 23, I believe. Yes, 23, Zion Allen. First personal. Third team. Each team's got third.
Inbounds play for the Lady Cats over on the far side near midcourt. This is Shelby Losey throwing it in, and knocked free, but picked up by Cammie Shack for Sulphur Springs.
30 seconds.
Skip pass goes to Godbolt for 3, no good. Rainey Johnson, the rebound back up, no good. And we have a tie ball.
That's going to stay with us.
Arrow pointing in the direction of the Lady Cats with 22 seconds on the clock, and Sulphur Springs up 12-7.
See if we can finish with one more and hold it the rest of the way.
Shelby Losey will inbound from the right of the basket. Short pass to Rainey Johnson. Reverse layup. Bounces around, won't fall. Cammie Shack crashing the board for the rebound. Can't come up with it.
It's going to stay with us. There's going to be a Pittsburgh foul. Number 5. Moreno, that's her first. Team's fourth.
Araceli Moreno, 5'3", junior. Lady Cats inbound to the left of the basket again. This is Shelby Losey up from the JV, who inbounds left side of the basket. Into the corner on the far side for Riley Ivory. No good. The air ball on a three-point attempt, but a loose ball picked up by Cammie Shack in front of the basket. Shot up, no good. Losey the rebound, up, no good. Cammie Shack up for the rebound. A foul is called.
Our height is just getting Pittsburgh right now. Is another one going to get to shoot. Number 1, Willis, her first. That's going to be the 5th, and Cammie's going to get 2.
Kenley Willis, 5'6" sophomore, with the foul. Cammie Shack, a 67% free throw shooter, makes the first one.
With only 3.9, we need to make these 2 and then just hold off. Well, we have fouls to give as long as it's not shooting.
Shack with 7 points in the quarter, 2 threes, and now 2 free throws, makes it 8. 14-7, biggest lead of the night for the Lady Cats. Pittsburgh ahead and into the front court, and that'll end the first period with the Lady Cats leading 14-7. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. What are you doing then, James? Well, what's happening right now, James? So we are on the air? What is music being played? What's going out over the air, James? Well, do you have a CD or something? Maybe you could run the instrumental music during breaks? Go ahead and bring it back to us then. Now.
Can we check score?
Lady Cats leading 14-7 as we go to the second period on KSST. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Tony, you started to say something a moment ago.
Well, I'm off on the scoring for the Lady Cats. I was just going to try to see where. I've got Hardy with 2.
Yeah.
Riley Ivory with 3.
Right.
And I've got Cammie with you. I think I've got her with 10.
Okay.
A 2-pointer, 2 threes, and 2 free throws.
Well, I may have missed the 2-pointer then.
But
Tony.
that's 10, 13, that's 15 points, and they've only got us with 14, so I don't know.
Well, fortunately, there's a lady in front of us here that keeps the official book.
Yeah,
so that's
we'll figure it out at halftime.
14-7, the Lady Cats lead, and here's a 3-point attempt by Natalie Gonzalez that bounces high off the back iron, and we have a foul underneath.
I think that's going to be KK. Nope. 10, Pinnell.
London Pinnell, the freshman.
First of the second quarter, but it was a shooting foul. Mackey's going to get 2 free throws.
Gina Mackey, the 6-foot senior.
She's a good-looking player.
And misses the first shot. As I said, 2 years ago she played here, and I remember her just filling it up from the outside. I looked for that score sheet and couldn't find it, but it was at least 18 points, if not more, that night. And the second shot is in and out, no good, but Pittsburgh gets the offensive board. Another shot back up, no good, but they get another offensive rebound. Long shot off, no good. Mackey gets the rebound, drives the baseline.
Going to get Mackey for Hook down there, yep. That's her second personal. That's turnover. Pittsburgh coach is not happy at all, but that was a classic hook to try to get around to the basket.
Offensive foul by Gina Mackey as she was trying to drive down the baseline.
We're still having problems getting the ball down court. The pressure is hurting us, and there's another turnover.
Mackey takes it away from Riley Ivory, and there's a scrum near midcourt, and Pittsburgh comes out of there with the ball.
Tie ball is going to stay with Pittsburgh.
Another tie ball, and it goes back to the Lady Pirates. Going from, well, no, they say now Sulphur Springs will get it.
Well, I don't know. They must have called a timeout or something. I don't know.
London Pinnell inbounds. This is Cammie Shack now. And to Riley Ivory. Top of the key, driving to the far side on the dribble. Loose ball is knocked over the sideline, and it goes back to Pittsburgh. I think that was off Presley Harden.
Yeah, Presley kind of lost her balance and got to the line.
14-7, Lady Cats up by 7. There has been no scoring in the second quarter so far. 6:58 to go until halftime.
Pretty sloppy, a lot of turnovers.
Go to Gina Mackey on the post. Mackey jumper from 12 feet off the iron, no good. And a tie ball near the baseline.
That'll stay with Pittsburgh this time.
Arrow pointing in the direction of Pittsburgh. Inbounds play to the left of the basket. This is Kenley Willis to throw it into the corner, far side. Three-pointer, good.
Number 10,
And that
Gonzalez. That's her second three.
Natalie Gonzalez. 14-10 is the score. 4-point lead for the Lady Cats. They get across midcourt. Riley Ivory. They go down to the baseline. Now back out to Ivory. Bluffs a shot, pulls up, shoots from 18 feet, no good. Cammie Shack inside for the rebound. Follow-up shot, no good. And it's rebounded by Gina Mackey for Pittsburgh. On the run, Mackey into the paint. Loose ball, gets it back. Three-pointer is good.
Gonzalez, nope, that's number 3, Orsonio.
Ira Orsonio with a three-pointer from the left side of the arc, 14-13. The Lady Cats up by only 1 point after having led it by 7 at the end of the first quarter. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. So what is there? What audio is going out then, James? Okay, fine.
So when you go down at halftime to look at the books, check the first quarter score for Sulphur Springs.
Okay,
please.
I will.
Must be that. Do you have Cammie with 2 threes in the first?
I did, yeah.
I do too. And I'm off just a single point.
Bring it back, James. Start of the second quarter, actually we are into the second quarter now with 6 minutes and 1 second remaining, but we are back, and the Lady Cats turn it over as they come into the front court. And Pittsburgh now down only by 1 point, has the ball once again going left to right. Lady Cats a swarming defense here, and the ball knocked free and goes.
That's going to be our way. We caused a turnover there.
It goes out of bounds over on the far side, and Sulphur Springs with the inbounds play. Riley Ivory gets it in.
Number 1.
Actually, that was London Pinnell got it in and went to Ivory, and so we have a foul now on Pittsburgh going against Kenley Willis.
Her first of the second quarter. No, second of the second quarter. I missed one.
Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs on the far side. This is Cammie Shack going into the corner now to Presley Hardy. She misses the three.
That looked good right up to the rim.
And over the baseline back to Pittsburgh. 14-13, Lady Cats up by 1.
We got to get back to rebounding, but we got our towers back in now instead of just a single.
Pittsburgh going left to right, working in the front court. Messino double team.
Blocked out by Rainey, but it's still going to be Pittsburgh. No, it's going to go Sulphur Springs. Must have knocked it off of her.
Sulphur Springs will inbound on the near side in the backcourt. And again, the full court pressure here by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's bothered us. It really has.
Is that a man-to-man press?
It's a man-to-man, yeah. They start out in a zone, but the minute somebody gets it, they just go, trying to trap the ball carrier or the ball handler.
Here's Cammie Shack for three, right side, too long. Rebound comes out to Pittsburgh. And they are back up the floor. Here's an overhead pass taken away by Rainey Johnson.
Nice job of playing center field right there and just intercepted it.
Rainey Johnson across the midcourt line for the Lady Cats. Over on the far side to Ivory. To Cammie Shack, back to Ivory. Not free, but Ivory gets it back. Pittsburgh in a zone defense. Cammie Shack, the high post to Rainey Johnson. Now on the near side, London Pinnell with a three-pointer, no good, but it's rebounded by Cammie Shack, not Cammie Shack, but Rainey Johnson. Now three-pointer off.
There we go.
There to get
Cammie.
the rebound is Cammie Shack for the putback.
Cammie should get lots of three-pointers if she'll play her cards right.
Riley Ivory, the three-pointer, no good, but Cammie Shack right there for the easy bucket off the glass.
Another block by Johnson and a steal by Rainey.
16
by Cammie.
16-13. Lady Cats lead by 3. Rainey Johnson ahead to London Pennell
There
on the
we
break.
go.
And Pennell with the banker off the glass.
That's how you beat the press, is going over the top, and we just had 2 presses, and it's a layup. So great job between Presley and London.
Lead back out to 5 at 18-13. Pittsburgh in the front court with the ball. And they give it up here. I think it must have...
London tipped it, and Pittsburgh couldn't handle it. Just went out on it. Good defense again.
Ball was off the foot of one of the Pittsburgh players there over on the far side. And Lady Cats inbound, still working in the backcourt. Cammie Shack and Rainey Johnson. Now Cammie Shack, right-hand dribble over on the far side. Here is a pass from Riley Ivory to London Pennell.
Good job.
And Pennell in the paint gets it to go.
Back-to-back layups by London. And again, that's just from ball movement and not letting them get their defense going. There's another steal by Rainey.
Lady Cats back up by 7, 20-13. Here's a 2-1 run break. And
Good
pass
job.
from Presley Hardy back to Riley Ivory, and Ivory is fouled and will go to the line.
23. That's her second. Their third, and Riley Ivory. So right now, ball handling, which has been a problem, has gotten us a couple of layups in a row.
Ivory misses the first free throw. She is a 49% free throw shooter, averaging 9.6 per game. Lady Cat lead back out to 7. That's the biggest lead of the night.
Godbolt in for Hardy.
And misses both shots, but the Lady Cats get the rebound. That is London Pennell. And now it's Riley Ivory down low for a little baby hook there off the glass, no good. Here comes Pittsburgh with the ball, and a long lead pass, or a long pass ahead over the baseline, and it goes back to Sulphur Springs with a 20-13 lead.
They got all 5 defenders on the back court. If we could get a good pass, we could get a layup down here.
Rainey Johnson and Cammie Shack working it. Now there's your overhead pass, or overhand pass ahead to Godbolt. Godbolt on the baseline, back outside to Cammie Shack. And here's a skip pass from right to left, going to London Pennell. Nice pass to Cammie Shack, and Shack open for the banker off the right side of the bucket.
That was a good idea, but it was an excuse me, because Pittsburgh got their hand on it, and it fell right into the lap.
We've got Cammie Shack with 14 points here in the first
3,
half.
6, 8, 10. Yep, that's what I've got.
22-13. Lady Cats, this is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Well, use your judgment. Go ahead and bring it back to us when you can. Lady Cats basketball on KSST, a 22-13, 9-point lead for Sulphur Springs now, their biggest of the night. After that basket by Cammie Shack.
We're still not offering any backcourt pressure. We're just waiting on them to come to the front court.
And here's a loose ball near midcourt, but picked up by Pittsburgh. And this is Willis. Jumper from the left elbow, rolls off, no good. And once again, Rainey Johnson, the rebound for Sulphur Springs.
She's close to double digits in rebounds already.
Cammie Shack goes to Ivory into the front court. Attempted steal, but for no good game there for Pittsburgh. There is Rainey Johnson with a shot off the left side of the glass, no good. And the rebound to Pittsburgh, and here's Kenley Willis up the floor. Here's a long three-pointer for the Lady Pirates, just brushes the net and goes back to Sulphur Springs.
They're going to live and die with three-pointer. And they don't have Mackey in there right now, so they've got no height.
Inbounds play goes to Ivory by Rainey Johnson. The Lady Cat who triggered the inbounds pass. Here is Godbolt, and a great pass underneath for Ivory, but she cannot get that banker to fall.
Getting a little bit in too big of a hurry instead of getting your feet set up. She didn't realize how open she was.
22-13, Sulphur Springs. A takeaway by Rainey Johnson, knocked it away and picked up by Ivory. Ivory all the way, and the layup off the left side, good.
Ivory's our best finisher on fast break layups.
24-13, now an 11-point lead for Sulphur Springs.
She gets her feet set and uses the right hand and does a good job.
Shelby Losey about to check in again for the Lady Cats. Here's a three-pointer from the corner, in and out for Pittsburgh, and it is Cammie Shack with the ball in the backcourt, but the rebound was taken again by Rainey Johnson, and she got the outlet pass to Shack. It's still Rainey Johnson in the backcourt, and finally gets it to Ivory. Whoa, look out there. She almost
nearly traveled and nearly backcourt, but nearly means we still got it.
Cammie Shack pulls up, right elbow in and out with the shot, and over the baseline it goes. It'll
stays with us.
With Sulphur Springs. Losey in, also KK Montgomery in.
I like how Cammie is looking for her shot. She's squaring up. She stopped at a mid-ranger right there. Sometimes she's a little slow getting it going.
Rainey Johnson and London Pinnell to the bench. Here's a three-pointer by Godbolt.
Godbolt, three-pointer.
Riley Godbolt makes it 27-13, a 14-point lead for Sulphur Springs. It was down to one not too long ago.
Yep, but our defense is really working and turning into offense.
Here's Kenley Willis driving with the runner from 12 feet, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back no good. And loose ball taken by Cammie Shack.
That's going to be our ball this time. Good job by Cammie. She had two of them on there, and she tied it up with both of them.
Lady Cats inbound on the baseline. In the backcourt, here's the loose ball, but it's picked up again by Sulphur Springs.
Got by with a double dribble till the coach told him he did. He called it. It's the right call.
Double dribble at midcourt by KK Montgomery coming up the floor. Lady Cats tried to.
You know these coaches, they try to help us all they can. There's another steal by Cammie.
Cammie Shack the steal ahead to Riley Ivory.
The finisher.
The right hand off the
at the buzzer.
And I was losing sight of the time.
I did too.
Ivory, the shot at the buzzer. It's 29-13, Lady Cats. A 16-point lead at halftime.
15 points that quarter.
What a run by Sulphur Springs there in the latter part of the second quarter.
All spurred by the defense.
And a terrific showing to that. Even though Rainey Johnson has not scored a point, she has dominated the floor.
Absolutely. The towers are working.
How many rebounds has she had and how many takeaways has she had?
I guarantee you she's got at least 10 rebounds and probably 3 to 5 steals.
And she is one of the seniors, one of the two seniors recognized before the game, Rainey Johnson and KK Montgomery, the only two active seniors on the Lady Cats varsity. So 29-13 at halftime. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with Lady Cats basketball after this on KSST. Well, just do the best you can. So give us 3 minutes here if you can, James. Okay? All right.
You're going to check the book. I'm good with Pittsburgh. They've got 13. Only thing I got to feel is first quarter.
Okay, James, bring it back to us when you can. Lady Cats basketball, KSST. Tony, what was this group performing here at halftime?
It's elementary kids, Sulphur Springs Elementary cheer squad. They're not near as big. They look like that's going to be probably about 6 through 8 years old, something like that, maybe 5.
All right. So we have some scoring discrepancies here we need to discuss a little bit, but nothing too severe. The important thing is Sulphur Springs up by 16 points here at halftime.
Yep.
I've got London Pinnell, Tony with 4. Now, I had Presley Hardy with 2 in the first quarter.
Correct.
But the official score did not. Official score had a basket for Rainey Johnson. I remember that play, and
okay.
I wasn't sure
so
which one it was.
I'm going to put that one and get rid of it for Hardy.
Yeah. So we have Riley Ivory with a 3-pointer in the second quarter, where I had credited to Godbolt, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, that I got Godbolt with the 3 in the second.
But the official scores gave that to Riley Ivory. I will say that Ivory and Godbolt are very hard to tell apart at times.
Yep.
They're about the same size, and hair is similar, and so on. But the official score has Riley Ivory with 3, 5, 7, 10 points at halftime.
Riley?
Yes.
See, I've got her with 5. I've got 3 in the first and 2 in the second. So I don't know what's going on. I think our books are just going to be messed up.
I'm just telling you what the official
I understand.
Riley Godbolt then will strike that 3 and for the time being anyway, and give that to Riley Ivory. Rainey Johnson then has 2. Cammie Shack then has 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. 11, 13.
3, 6, 8, 10, 12. I've got 14. Did she make 2 free throws?
I've got her with 2 free throws, yeah.
I've got her with 14.
Official score says 13 for Cammie Shack. Anyway, a great first half for Cammie Shack.
We'll try and get the second half correct.
And for Pittsburgh, Kenley Willis has 1. Ira Orsino has 3. Gina Mackey has 3. Natalie Gonzalez has 2 threes for a total of 6 points. And Zion Allen had a 3-pointer. As far as the foul situation is concerned, Lady Cats have 4 players with 1 foul. Presley Hardy, Riley Ivory, London Pinnell, and Cammie Shack. So nobody even close to foul trouble. Pittsburgh has 2 players with 2 fouls. Kenley Willis has 2, and Zion Allen has 2, actually 3. Gina Mackey has 2. Taya Brewer has 1, and Arceli Moreno has 1.
So what have you got for the second quarter for Pittsburgh? I've only got Arsenio with a 3 and Gonzalez with a 3. Okay, I thought you said somebody else had another 3 and they only scored 6.
Well, Zion Allen had 3 in the first quarter.
See, I don't have her with that. I've got
the official score does.
It's hard to keep up.
But the scoreboard, of course, is the important thing, and that says 29 to 13.
Yep, comfortable lead.
And the Lady Cats had a 7-point lead at the end of the first period, and then that dwindled down to 1 point early in the second quarter.
We did a bad job of ball handling first part of the second quarter, and then all of a sudden got it moving.
From that point on, the Lady Cats built that 16-point lead at halftime. So looking at the standings in District 14 4A, North Lamar leads at 8-0 with a 21-10 season record. Pleasant Grove is 7-1 with a 25-5 season record. That one loss is to North Lamar, of course. Sulphur Springs at 4-4, alone in third place at 14-15 for the season. Bonham and Pittsburgh are tied at 2-6. Okay. Bonham 11-16 for the season. Pittsburgh at 13-12 for the season. Not that that matters. they each have defeated the other one time.
In district, okay.
So it could be that, I don't know if that would be decided by point differential, if they might have a playoff.
If it's head up with a split, they're going to have to play it off. There's not going to be points in basketball.
Right. Then Paris, 1-7, is bringing up the rear, 7-18 for the season. Lady Cats' most likely opponent in bi-district is Caddo Mills. This will be February 16th or 17th when the bi-district playoffs start. Caddo Mills is 27-6 and 7-1.
You assume that would be played in Greenville.
Would be a good guess. Lady Cats and Caddo Mills played here on December 16th, and Caddo Mills won it 54-45. So we're ready to go again with the second half of play. And Pittsburgh has the ball to start off, going from right to left now. Pittsburgh in their white uniforms here tonight. Lady Cats in their navy blue, usually road uniforms.
I think that was probably for the picture purposes for the seniors.
Takeaway by Cammie Shack for Sulphur Springs. Down on the baseline and covered up by a couple of Lady Pirates. Gets it to Rainey Johnson. Really, the big girls, Tony, are working in the backcourt quite a bit tonight.
They do that a lot, and they're good ball handlers. The only problem is it takes a long time to get it.
Cammie Shack for three, rebounded by Rainey Johnson. Whips a pass underneath for Riley Ivory. Shot no good. Back out to Rainey Johnson. Now here's a three by Ivory. And a two-pointer.
That by Hardy?
I was not sure if it was Hardy or if it was Godbolt. Let's go ahead and give it to Hardy.
Okay.
31-13. Lady Cats up by 18 points. And here's a three-pointer for Pittsburgh.
Moreno.
Arceli Moreno with her first three.
That's 5 threes. They only have one free throw, and every other score they have is a three-pointer, is the way I've got it.
31-16. The Lady Cats up by 15. It's a shot missed down low for Sulphur Springs. Pittsburgh with the rebound, back up the floor. The forecourt. Working from right to left. Here is a shot from the baseline.
By Johnson.
Blocked by Rainey Johnson and taken by Rainey Johnson. And again, full court pressure for Pittsburgh.
We got it over the top.
Now to Presley Hardy at midcourt. Hardy, nice pass to Rainey Johnson.
Nice. That's the way you do it.
Johnson layup off the right side for two. 4 points in the game for Rainey Johnson, the senior, playing her last home game here tonight. 33-16. Lady Cat lead is, 17 points is that? Ball knocked over the sideline in front of us. Pittsburgh will inbound. Yeah, that's a 17-point lead for Sulphur Springs. 33-16, inbounds play for Pittsburgh. They go to Orsino. Orsino now to Zion Allen. Allen on the dribble, coming right to left. Loose ball picked up by Kenley Willis for Pittsburgh.
We're really packing it backwards.
Lady Cats in 2-3 zone.
There's a steal by Ivory.
Riley Ivory comes up with it. Working in the backcourt. Full court pressure for Pittsburgh. And Cammie Shack to Rainey Johnson into the front court now. Back to Riley Ivory. Lady Cats going left to right. Skip pass. Cross court. Goes to Presley Hardy. And nice pass by Rainey Johnson to Riley Ivory, breaking down the lane. And she misses the shot, but she's fouled.
Number 3, Osornio. Her first of the second half. Ivory's going to get 2 more. Ivory's very active tonight.
And the first shot, no good. We have Riley Ivory with 10 points.
Yep.
Ivory, the sophomore, 49% free throw shooter. 33-16 Lady Cats with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. And the next shot,
there we go,
bounces around and finally falls. 11 points now for Riley Ivory. 34-16. Lady Cats on top.
Another steal.
2-point lead, and here is Presley Hardy on the break for Sulphur Springs. And the runner is good from 8 feet.
Took that one all by herself and took 3 people with her.
Presley Hardy, nice move on the break.
30-second timeout by Pittsburgh.
36-16, a 20-point lead for Sulphur Springs. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Well, make a note of it, James. I'm sure it had something to do with it. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the Road Tracks. Pittsburgh bounds in the backcourt. Lady Cats drop back in their 2-3 zone with a 20-point lead, their biggest of the night by far, 36-16. Pittsburgh swinging it around the perimeter into the corner on the near side. Now it's Gina Mackey. Mackey goes to Zion Allen, to Mackey for three and nails it.
I can't understand why they're not really packing Mackey in there, because she's going. But there again, Pittsburgh has only scored 3-pointers except for one free throw for the entire game.
Lady Cats coming back up the floor, an offensive foul. Yeah, on Sulphur Springs.
I didn't see who. I guess they gave it to Hardy. It was a single. I'm going to give it to Hardy. Her second.
Pittsburgh inbounds on the near side. Into the front court they go. And a drive to the basket, and we have a foul. Going to go against one of the Lady Cats here.
30.
That's
Johnson.
Rainey Johnson.
Her first. Team second.
Not a shooting foul, apparently. Going to inbound on the baseline to the left of the basket. So
KK in for Rainey.
Rainey Johnson out. Bounce pass to Gina Mackey. They go back outside to Moreno. Here's a long three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by London Pinnell, the freshman for Sulphur Springs. Nice bounce pass on the outlet to Cammie Shack. Back to Riley Ivory. She moves
hurry
on it, and they're going to run out of time here.
He's going to call
timeout.
I think Kevin called timeout. Yeah, 30 seconds. Good job there, because that had turnover spelled on it.
They were in trouble there after Riley Ivory lost the handle on the ball for a moment and picked it up back near the baseline. 36-19, 17-point lead for the Lady Cats. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. One spot. This is the home game of the season for the Lady Cats, believe it or not. Tuesday, they're at Bonham to close out the regular season. Then the by-district games are February 16th and 17th. Lady Cats inbound here, and ball knocked loose.
We need to throw something over the top. They've got all five in the front court. Okay, there she goes, but they didn't hit her.
Bounce goes to Riley Ivory, to Cammie Shack, now to London Pinnell. Pinnell driving to the baseline. The shot, banker off the glass, 8 feet out, no good. Rebound by Pittsburgh. That is Kenley Willis, and she has it taken away for a moment, but picked up by Mackey. It's a long three for Pittsburgh. Off, and Mackey underneath for the put. No good. Gets her own rebound, up again, and she is fouled.
I think that's going to be on KK, but we'll see. Yep, KK's first. Mackey's going to get 2 free throws.
Gina Mackey with 6 points in the game on 2 3-pointers. I think we were saying those by-district playoffs start February 16th or 17th. First shot, no good. And Lady Cats' likely opponent is Caddo Mills.
I hope it is, because that'll be a relatively short road trip.
Yeah, you said before Greenville might be definitely a likely place for that game. Second shot is
got one of them.
A couple of times on the rim and then falls. 36-20, 16-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Lead pass to Godbolt. Godbolt now to Cammie Scheck at the free throw line. Now over on the far side to Riley Ivory. She misses one from about 18 feet out. Pittsburgh comes up with the ball on the run. Mackey in the corner. On the near side now, the three-point attempt by Zion Allen is off. Long rebound out to Mackey for Pittsburgh. With 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. Blocked shot.
I think Ivory's the one that blocked that one.
Cammie Scheck came up with it. Riley Ivory driving to the basket, the right side of the lane, and she is fouled.
We could hear that one even with the headphones. That's third foul for Mackey. Ivory going to the line for 2 more free throws.
Riley Ivory, the sophomore, we have her with 11 points in the game. And the shot good.
Nice on that one. That was perfect.
Lady Cats won both games last year against Pittsburgh, 49-38 and 61-52. They won the first game this year, 57-47. Also won twice in 24. And Ivory misses the second shot.
Ivory's just sophomore, isn't she?
That's right. Here comes Pittsburgh down the floor, missed shot, and a shot blocked. I think that was Cammie Scheck. It might have been KK Montgomery.
It was one of them. Got a jump ball or tie ball, going to go to the Lady Cats, so get a turnover there.
37-20, Sulphur Springs up by 17.
2:58 left in the third.
Lady Cats inbound. Scheck in the backcourt, hands it off basically to Riley Ivory, and she comes across the midcourt line ahead to London Pinnell, the freshman, now to Cammie Scheck. Pass down low for Godbolt. Nice pass by Scheck. And Godbolt, the banker off the right side for the 2.
Nice passing.
39-20, a 19-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Pittsburgh working right to left. Over on the far side in the corner, double team, and Lady Cats knock it free, and it's off of Zion Allen and goes back to Sulphur Springs.
Our defense has just been swarming except for one little, about a 3-minute section of the third quarter.
Shelby Losey just up from the JV, inbounds for Sulphur Springs. Again, the full court pressure, man-to-man for Pittsburgh in the backcourt. Overhead pass from Riley Ivory, and now back out to Cammie Scheck for 3, and that was a little too flat. Rattles off, no good, and it comes out of bounds on the near side. We'll go back to Pittsburgh.
2:08 left in the third. 19-point lead for the Lady Cats.
Seems to me Lady Cats might be peaking at the right time.
And we are. 19. The only thing that bothers me right now is our ball handling some. When we get pressure in the backcourt that's good, causes us issues.
3-pointers way off the mark by Araceli Moreno.
Nice job of wrapping that up by Ivory, but then it gets tipped.
Comes across the midcourt line, they give it up. And Pittsburgh on the run with a runner from about 10 feet, no good by Ariana Foster. And the ball over the baseline. And we'll go back to Sulphur Springs.
The referee pointed both ways, shook his head, and then decided to give it to Sulphur.
1:39 to go third quarter. Lainey Johnson down to Cammie Scheck, ahead to Riley Ivory over midcourt. Over the midcourt line, back to Scheck, now to Ivory. Now they go to Rainey Johnson, and Johnson in the corner.
Oh, that looked good.
For Presley Hardy, a 3-point rattles off, no good. Now Cammie Scheck, 3 far side, too long. And Presley Hardy, the rebound in the corner for Sulphur Springs. Now to Cammie Scheck, right elbow, misses. 2 flat off the back heel. Loose ball picked up on the floor for Pittsburgh. And the Lady Pirates on the run with Ira Orsino.
There we go.
Taken away by Riley Ivory. All the way coast to coast. The layup no good. Rebound Presley Hardy. Thought she was fouled, but no call now.
Riley.
She goes back to Riley Ivory, and Ivory from 6 feet. Little baby hook good off the glass.
They just grabbed Hardy's hand right in front of the referee, and he let it go, but fortunately we got through with it.
21-point lead for Sulphur Springs. This was a 1-point game over the second quarter.
I was a little bit concerned in that little stretch too.
41-20. Pittsburgh inbounds, going right to left. Kenley Willis out near the top of the key. Now pass goes to Zion Allen. Now another takeaway by Rainey Johnson. Ahead to Ivory. Ivory all the way. Layup good. Riley Ivory.
The finisher.
15, 16 points I've got her with now. 43 to 23. A 23-point lead for Sulphur Springs. 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Pittsburgh.
Good job by Hardy. First another one.
Takeaway by Presley Hardy. 1 second. Tammy Shack from beyond the mid-court line. Well short, but that's all right. 43 to 20. Sulphur Springs up by 23 as we go to the fourth quarter. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Two spots if you want. Do it. All these spots corresponding with the presumed sponsors, and to some extent they are, but okay. Yeah. Do what you got to do.
I am not going to look at my points.
Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. 43 to 20. Sulphur Springs up by 23 points going to the fourth quarter.
It's going to be putting Lady Pirates ball out on the side.
This is a 13 and 12 Pittsburgh team.
Yeah.
Not a bad team.
I don't understand how they're not showcasing Mackey. She's got 2 threes, and she's far and away the best player, and they're not getting it.
Yeah. Ball tipped out of bounds by, I think, Presley Hardy. And Hardy takes it away on the inbounds pass. Presley Hardy, the sophomore, ahead, and now pulls up wisely. Goes to Rainey Johnson, back to Hardy. And Shack, and now Hardy for 3. Top of the key, high off the iron, no good. And Pittsburgh, the rebound off the floor.
No points on that, but that was a good possession. Good passing.
Kenley Willis, a long 3 for Pittsburgh, nails it. About a step and a half outside the arc.
Keeps their streak going of nothing but threes the entire game.
Right?
It is. They've made 2 free throws. Number 1, Willis.
Foul against Kenley Willis. That's her third. 43 to 23. Sulphur Springs up by 20. By the way, Wildcat boys on the road at Pittsburgh tonight. Inbounds play. This is Shelby Losey going to Cammie Shack. And ball tipped out of bounds on the near side. Lady Cats will keep it as they move from left to right. Losey again just up for the JV will inbound. And goes up to the top of the key to Ivory. And now Presley Hart trying to go down low for Rainey Johnson. And a whistle.
Tie ball's going to stay with us.
Inbounds play on the baseline to the right of the basket again. Losey. Inbounds for Sulphur Springs.
She's a pretty good-sized girl, too.
Yes, she is. She is a junior. Goes way outside to Rainey Johnson. And down to the baseline it goes to London Pinnell. Her shot no good. And the rebound contested at a tie ball, and this one will go to Pittsburgh. 43 to 23. Sulphur Springs by 20. 6:57 to go. Kenley Willis across the midcourt line for Pittsburgh. Here's a 3-point attempt and rattles off the back iron, no good. Coming up with the rebound off the floor, Rainey Johnson for Sulphur Springs. Many rebounds tonight for Rainey Johnson.
Yeah.
And Cammie Shack now. This is Rainey Johnson pulling up for a shot from 8 feet. It's good.
That's a tough shot.
2 times on the rim and falls. 6 points for Rainey Johnson, the senior, playing her final game at Sulphur Springs High School tonight.
Turnover coming back to us. Rainey had to do a catch and twirl 360 to get loose on that pass in that last possession when she made the bucket too. She had just a really good possession. 45 to 23, 22-point lead for Sulphur Springs. KK Montgomery back in.
Shelby Losey sits down. Lady Cats inbound on the far side. This is Presley Hardy, double teamed. Hardy in trouble, and a whistle.
It's going to stay with us.
Tipped out of bounds. Sulphur Springs will inbound over on the far side, about midway in the front court.
Yeah. They tied it up. They called it a tie, but it was still with us.
Rainey Johnson gets it in. Back to Cammie Shack now. This is Riley Ivory. Thought about a three from way outside. Here's Rainey Johnson.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Beautiful. I don't remember her hitting the three-pointer.
I don't know, but that one hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
On her senior night here.
That's right, little exclamation point.
25-point lead, 48-23. They're going for Gina Mackey here on the high post. And
tied it up, and it'll stay with Pittsburgh this time.
A lot of tie balls here tonight.
There is, the other day, we've nearly filled it up here on my book. Timeout, Pittsburgh.
48-23, Sulphur Springs with 5:50 to go. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST.
Full timeout.
Two spots, Jay. Yes. As we come back to play, Ira Orsino nails a three for Pittsburgh. It's 48-26. Lady Cats back up the floor. Rainey Johnson, nice pass. Underneath for KK Montgomery. Misses the shot, but the putback. Tony by, was it Hardy?
Ivory.
Riley Ivory. All right, another bucket for Ivory. 50-26, 24-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Lady Pirates in the front court. Here's a shot from the corner, too long. Cammie the rebound for Sulphur Springs to Rainey Johnson. To Ivory, long pass down the floor for KK Montgomery. Montgomery left side of the lane, misses from 8 feet. Rebound Pittsburgh. Lady Pirates on the run across the midcourt line. It's a shot from way outside, comes up short, just barely catches the rim. Rainey Johnson the rebound to Cammie Shack. Here come the Lady Cats. Presley Hardy to Riley Ivory on the near side. Cammie Shack for three, top of the game. Got it. Cammie Shack with 16 points for Sulphur Springs. 53-26, 27-point lead for Sulphur Springs.
Run clock, run. Let's just get out of it.
4:26 to go. Pittsburgh working right to left in the front court. Lady Cats still in there. Zone defense. Now here's a trap over on the far side. Double team on Kenley Willis. And we have a foul.
Get Riley on this one.
Yep.
Her second. Team's first of the fourth.
London Pinnell checking in for Sulphur Springs. KK Montgomery to the bench.
Again.
Montgomery and Rainey Johnson recognized before the game as seniors here on senior night. Final home game of the season for the Lady Cats. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
Pittsburgh with the ball. Here's Gina Mackey, and a little jump shot from about 12 feet good.
They
Bounced
blew
around.
the game right there. That's their first 2-point bucket all game. They have 8 threes, 2 free throws, and now 1 bucket. Lady Cats throw it away. 3:55.
Inbounds for Pittsburgh in the backcourt. Lady Cats drop back and have all night to a 2-3 zone. Pittsburgh into the front court. There's a ridiculous three from the far side.
4 steps out, and that's going to be on Ivory, and she's going to give up 3.
Araceli Moreno.
Yep, she's going
close
to get 3
to the sideline
threes.
on the far side.
That's kind of ridiculous to be throwing, but
so she'll get 3 free throws here. And so Ivory with her third foul. 52 to go, 53-28 Lady Cats. And Moreno misses the first shot. She has 1 3-pointer so far tonight.
Yep, but she shot a bunch.
5'3", junior. Second shot.
That's my man.
And a little bit off to the right. No good. Into the game. I think Natalie Gonzalez is going to take Moreno's place.
She's acting like she may be hurt. Otherwise, she's got to go ahead and shoot it.
Huh. I don't know that I've seen that before.
Well, if they're hurt, yeah, she's hurt, so you can.
Well, what happened between the shot, the 3-point shot, and the 2 free throws?
Well, it was on that shot, but she went ahead and shot the first 2, but it was hurting.
So I've never seen that.
Yeah,
I don't think Natalie Gonzalez comes in to attempt the third free throw.
She's going to get the third and makes it.
Moreno towel to her brow there on the bench. Here comes the Lady Cats, 53-29. Presley Hardy for 3. And rattles off no good.
She shot some nice threes.
Lady Cats get the rebound. Here's Riley Ivory going to the basket down the baseline on the near side, and she is fouled.
Number 2, I believe. Yep. Brewer, her second.
Taya Brewer. 5'3" junior, the foul for Pittsburgh. Ivory to the line for Sulphur Springs. Shot on the way, and it is no good off the back iron. So we've got 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. I got it with 18 points. Ivory averaging 9.6 per game, 49% free throw shooter.
This has been her most active game.
And makes the next shot. So that would give her 19 points. 54-29, a 25-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Foul. No, traveling on the far side.
Again, that pinned up defense, it caused a turnover, and here comes KK back in for Godbolt, I think.
Yeah. Well.
No, she's coming for London.
Rainey Johnson will inbound over on the far side. No, that is Cammie Shack will inbound near midcourt.
They're kind of backing off of their pressure now. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, and they get a steal anyway.
Take away for Pittsburgh. Layup down the right side of the lane, no good. They get the offensive board and a foul.
That's going to go on Rainey.
Second foul on Rainey Johnson.
Second team. Brewer for 2.
Taya Brewer fouled on the act of shooting on that attempted putback. 2 shots and a high arcing shot spins out.
That was.
She is 5'3" junior.
That means we may have a deep rebound too.
She has a heavy knee brace on her left knee. Second shot. And that one off the glass again.
It worked.
I don't know why more shooters don't attempt that. 54-30, a 24-point lead for the Lady Cats. Here we come with Rainey Johnson, a runner in the lane.
Nice.
And Johnson scores from 6 feet.
She wanted to give it off and nobody came, so she took it herself.
11 points for Rainey Johnson. Here is a 3-pointer for Pittsburgh by Natalie Gonzalez, who has 3 tonight. 56-33, the Lady Cats. And a nice pass there from Riley Ivory to KK Montgomery, wide open.
Her
on
first
the back
points
door.
on senior night.
KK Montgomery, the easy banker off the left side. And Cammie Shack.
Tie ball, going to come to Sulphur Springs.
Cammie Shack's height there, giving her a great advantage on Natalie Gonzalez at 5'5". Wasn't a shot, just kind of a block pass there by Cammie Shack. Rainey Johnson out. And KK Montgomery.
The 2 seniors come
big hand
to a nice hand. That's a good job by the fans.
And Rainey Johnson has had a spectacular night. Here's a 3-pointer, no good for Gonzalez. And fighting for the ball in the corner over on the far side. And finally,
tie ball.
It goes back to Sulphur Springs. Another tie ball. I think these refs kind of like that tie ball.
It's a bailout.
Long lead pass ahead. ahead to Riley Godbolt, and Godbolt scores off the right side of the glass.
Good finish there. She was under control.
60-33, a 27-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Gonzalez again for three, and she is fouled.
That's going to be on Godbolt.
Godbolt, her first foul, Lady Cat freshman. So Gonzalez will shoot three, says our public address announcer Brian Miller. 60-33, Sulphur Springs.
Makes the first.
Makes the first, so she has 9, 10, 11 points in the game. 5'5" junior, second shot. Good rotation, and it is good. And again, she's getting three here.
Yep. But she's probably shooting about 30% for the night, maybe less than that.
And makes
all three of those.
Lady Cats lead at 60-30. Inbounds play, Rainey Johnson. No, that's Cammie Scheck. And Lady Cats get it in. With the full court pressure by Pittsburgh, they finally get it across the midcourt line. And we have a foul going to go against Pittsburgh.
10.
So that is Natalie Gonzalez, her first. Team foul third. Lady Cats inbound to the right of the basket. A minute 57 to go, 60-36, Sulphur Springs. Godbolt misses the three from the near side. And ball is out of bounds in the corner on the far side. It goes back to Pittsburgh.
We just need the clock to roll now.
This was a competitive game at Pittsburgh a couple of weeks ago, a 57-50 Lady Cats win. Not so tonight. Pittsburgh has the ball in the front court. Gina Mackey way outside their senior. Little pass to the far side and pulling up for a jumper from 18 feet. No good. And going to the line will be Zion Allen.
10. Going to put it on London.
London Pinnell, her second foul. And that puts Pittsburgh in the bonus.
Zion Allen in the...
But this is a shooting foul.
Yeah.
Allen had a three-pointer in the first quarter, and this is her first point since then. She scores here on the free throw. 5'3", sophomore. Presley Hardy in the game for Sulphur Springs for Riley Ivory. Riley Ivory, big hand.
Yep.
Fans are into the game here tonight.
They are.
Paying attention. 60-37, a 23-point Sulphur Springs lead. Minute 35 to go. Allen, the second shot, also good. Pittsburgh's had a pretty good fourth quarter here.
Yep.
Losey inbounds for Sulphur Springs, gets it to Hardy, back to Losey, and now over on the far side to Riley Godbolt, I believe that. No, that is London Pinnell.
Kevin's wanting to take the air out of the ball now.
Head coach Kevin Tanton on his feet to our right. And Lady Cats taking some time off the clock with a 60-38, 22-point lead. Cammie Scheck made a move to the basket, comes back outside. Lady Cats keeping it outside. Here's Hardy on a pass from Cammie Scheck. Hardy out near midcourt.
Gonna do the Harlem Globetrotter weave and keep it out front.
Hardy to Scheck. Scheck the junior. Back to Hardy the sophomore. Cammie Scheck the only junior on the Lady Cat team. Double team out near midcourt. Hardy gets it to Scheck. Lady Cat's taking a lot of time off the clock here. Remember, no shot clock in high school basketball. Hardy to Scheck, to Pinnell. Lady Cat showing a lot of discipline, not taking the ball to the basket with a big lead now down to 30 seconds in the game. To Shelby Losey in the corner over on the far side. And loose ball, chased down by London Pinnell, back to Hardy out near midcourt, under 20 seconds. Double team. No foul called there. Might have been, I think, the
It is.
officials.
The fans are wanting a foul.
Oh!
There it is from number 2,
Shelby
Losey.
Losey. Banks went off the right side of the glass for her first varsity basket. And a nice feed there. I think that was London Pinnell with the feed. Here's a three-pointer. Good at the buzzer
Gonzalez.
for Pittsburgh. And Gonzalez ended up with the night for the Lady Pirates. 1, 2, 3, 4 threes.
Yep, and 4 free throws.
Gonzalez, that's 16 points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10 threes for Pittsburgh for the night. Only one 2-point bucket.
That's unbelievable.
That I've never seen a line score that way.
Unbelievable. But I don't think they could really get it inside.
But it appears that's what they wanted to do because they did it right from the get-go when they weren't open. So their practice must be just get 2 steps outside of the 3-point line and you'll shoot.
62-41, a 21-point lead, or 21-point win for the Cats, who now pose for a team picture here on their home court for the final time in the 25-26 season. Seasons go by so fast.
They do.
Lady Cats close out the regular season Tuesday night at Bonham, and then we'll have a high district game, most likely against Caddo Mills, but we'll see how that plays out. We'll come back and wrap this up. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. All right, give us 2 minutes here, James.
I'm not even looking at my book. Okay. Whatever you say is
12,
there.
14, 16, 17, 18. I've got Riley with 19 points. I've got Cammie with 60. I've got Rainey, 4, 6. Did Rainey have 2 threes in the fourth quarter?
I've already put my book up. I'm not looking at it.
4, 6, 9. That'd be 12 if that's right. I don't remember 2 threes. Maybe she did. Godbolt
For Rainey?
Yes.
I've got Rainey 1 3.
1 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Got Cammie with 3.
4. I may have put that on Rainey's line. That may be what happened. If that's the case, that's 19 for Shaq. You had 3 threes for Cammie.
Yep.
Okay. And then Rainey then had 4, 6, 9. KK with 2. Shelby with 2. Presley with 4. Godbolt at 4. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Unofficially, we have Riley Ivory with 19 points for Sulphur Springs tonight, and we have Cammie Shack with 19 points. We have Rainey Johnson with 9, and what a night Rainey Johnson, the senior, had tonight.
Yes.
So many rebounds, so many steals, and the scoring just does not tell the story for her at all.
No.
Riley Godbolt, the freshman, had 4. Presley Hardy, sophomore, had 4. KK Montgomery on her senior night game had 2 in limited action, and Shelby Losey had 2, playing her first varsity game, having been brought up from the JV. By the way, the reason why Shelby Losey was brought up, we learned, was that Maddie McWhorter, the freshman, had what turned out to be a fairly serious knee injury in the last game at home against Paris, and I vaguely remember that happening, but I didn't have the impression that she was that badly hurt. But she obviously will not be playing again this season. So disappointed to learn about that. For Pittsburgh, Natalie Gonzalez ends up with 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points.
Yep.
For Natalie Gonzalez, the junior for Pittsburgh. And let's see, Gina Mackey, their senior, had 6, 7, 9 with a pair of threes.
Pair of threes, and she's far and away their best player, and they just didn't use her.
Yep.
Gonzalez took everything. He took all the shots. I'm glad they played it that way, even though she made several points.
So other Pittsburgh players, Kenley Willis had 4. Zion Allen had 5. Araceli Moreno had 3, and then Taya Brewer had 1 for Pittsburgh. Lady Cats win it by 21 points. They had a lead as big as 27 points in the second half, and the amazing thing was Pittsburgh had cut this game down to a 1-point lead early in the second quarter, and really looking like
I was concerned.
It was touch and go.
Yeah, I was concerned.
Yeah, the Lady Cats went on, I don't know what that run was, but it was an impressive run because they were up by 16 at halftime.
Yep.
So Sulphur Springs now goes to 15-14, or 15-15, I beg your pardon, 15-15. They are now 500. And most likely will win Tuesday night at Bonham, and they will then be above 500.
Yep.
And I think this team is, as I said a while ago, I think they're peaking at the right time.
They're peaking. What hurts a little bit in basketball is the fact that we're not playing Division I and the Division II. You don't do the split until the 4 teams are identified.
Right.
And sometimes the best 2 teams are in the first round, and you're playing something like if you were first in district in football, you're playing a 4th place team.
Yeah.
You may be first or second in district and playing a first place team in the first round. So every once in a while, and I don't have a clue, but Caddo Mills is good. So
what they do is they take the 2 schools with the largest enrollment out of the district, and they go to the Division I playoffs, and then the next 2 schools in the standings with the lower enrollment go to the Division II.
So it's you've had it before where the far and away the biggest school or the second biggest school may be Division II, something like that.
Well, I think in that other district in 13-4A, as a matter of fact, this really might be to the Lady Cats' advantage somewhat in that they're avoiding Sunnyvale, which is, I think, the higher-ranked team, and they are the first place in that district.
Yep.
But they're going to be Division II.
Okay.
So,
but we're playing really good defense. If I'm coaching against us, I'm pressing right off the bat in the back court because we have a lot of turnovers when we're in the first half of the game, and if once we get the ball down the floor, we've done a decent job of scoring.
Yeah, Lady Cats had difficulty with that full court press, especially in the first
that second quarter.
Yeah, they really did. All right, then. So Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks. Our producer is James Terry. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. You can see this game later on YouTube and also on Channel 18 cable television in Sulphur Springs. Tony Flippin, our expert commentator.
Except for my scorebook. Sucked tonight.
62-41. The Lady Cats win it by 21 to go 15-15 for the season, 5-4 in district play. Our next broadcast is the boys on Tuesday night versus Bonham here. So we will have that game for you on KSST.
We didn't mention anything either. The girls softball was playing Texas High before this game here, and baseball is scrimmaging, so it's fixing to get busy with all the spring sports.
Baseball at Athens tomorrow at 11 a.m. is what the schedule is. Before we close it out, just one little bit of news that we do know about. That is looking ahead to the 2026 football season. Sulphur Springs Wildcats will play the Gilmer Buckeyes in the 4th game of the season at home.
At home, and Gilmer has won 2 state championships in 4A D2 or 3A D1 in the last 6 years or so. So they're a very formidable foe.
That's going to be a big game for sure. I imagine a capacity house that night at Gerald Pribb Stadium. 62-41, the Lady Cats win it. That's the final. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say good night from Wildcat Gym.